In this video, let's discuss about necrosis. According to Robbins, necrosis is defined as the localized area of cell death as a result of denaturation of intracellular proteins and enzymatic digestion of lethally injured cell. Necrosis are of 5 types majorly. They are coagulative necrosis, liquefactive necrosis, also known as coagulative necrosis, caseous necrosis, fat necrosis, and fibrinoid necrosis. We also have another type of necrosis called as gangrenous necrosis, which is further classified into dry gangrene and wet gangrene. Now let's discuss in detail about the coagulative necrosis. Coagulative necrosis is the most common type of necrosis that is seen in whole solid organs like heart, liver, spleen, kidney. It occurs due to ischemia, which is the major cause for coagulative necrosis. It also occurs due to denaturation of proteins. The area of coagulative necrosis takes the gross appearance of pale, firm, and slightly swollen infarct, whereas in advanced stages it looks yellowish, softer, and shrunken. Microscopically, we can see the normal cells has been converted into the tombstone-like appearance where we have the outlines of the cells conserved, whereas the cell cytoplasm and the nuclear details are lost. This is the hallmark of coagulative necrosis. We also see the nuclear changes like pycnosis, karyorrhexis, and karyolysis. Here, pycnosis means clumping of nuclear chromatin, karyorrhexis means fragmentation of nucleus, and karyolysis means dissolution of the nucleus. Also, the cytoplasm is swollen and eosinophilic in nature. The organ which is most commonly affected with coagulative necrosis is heart, and some other organs which are also affected are kidney, liver, spleen. Now let's move on to liquefactive necrosis. Liquefactive necrosis is also known as coagulative necrosis. The most common cause for liquefactive necrosis is ischemic injury. It also occurs due to bacterial or fungal infection. The area with liquefactive necrosis appears soft with liquefaction in the center. Also in advanced stages, cyst wall is formed. Microscopically, we can appreciate a cystic space which contains necrotic cell debris and macrophages filled with phagocytosed material. We can also see cyst wall which is formed as a result of proliferating capillaries, inflammatory cells. The organ which is most commonly affected as a result of liquefactive necrosis is the brain. Now let's talk about caseous necrosis. The most common cause for caseous necrosis is Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria. So it is most commonly seen in patients with tuberculosis. It has a gross appearance of a dry cheese which looks soft, granular, and yellowish. That's why we call this a cheese-like appearance. Microscopically, they have a structureless eosinophilic cytoplasm which is also granular in nature. They have epithelioid cells which are modified macrophages with slipper-shaped vesicular nuclei. They also have a Langhans type of giant cell with foreign body type, and they have peripheral mantle of lymphocytes. Now let's talk about fat necrosis. The most common cause of fat necrosis is due to the cell death at fat-rich anatomical portions. It appears yellowish white with firm deposits, which gives it a chalky white appearance. Microscopically, they appear cloudy with calcium soap formation, which looks amorphous, granular, and basophilic. Fat necrosis is seen in breast, and due to acute pancreatitis, there is possibility of getting mesenteric fat necrosis. Now let's discuss about fibrinoid necrosis. The cause for fibrinoid necrosis is immunological tissue injury. It has a characteristic feature of deposition of fibrin-like material. Microscopically, it is identified as a hyaline-like deposition in the vessel wall. These fibrin-like materials are stained with phosphotungstic acid hematoxylin stain. This kind of necrosis is seen in cases like Arthus reaction, autoimmune diseases, and vasculitis. The gangrenous necrosis is nothing but a type of coagulative necrosis seen in limbs. And as I previously mentioned, gangrenous necrosis is of two types, which is dry and wet. And that's the compiled version of the types of necrosis. I hope you guys found this video really helpful. Do like this video and subscribe to Medinare for more. Have a nice day.